about to speak to Tanja Phoenix, who is another amazing woman with so much passion around the themes of sacred union, pelvic heart integration, love and consciousness. So welcome to Tanja. So welcome to Heart, Tanja. It's wonderful to meet you. I don't know anything about you, and I know that you're here running a workshop. I'd just love to know, as an expert in the body and so many tools and techniques that you have, what is it that you're super passionate about at the moment?
I am really super passionate about love, sacred union, and I call it re-virgination. And that means to get back to your innocence, your wild nature, into your body, incarnating into your flesh, merging spirit, soul, all our bodies, and really coming home into our body. And also returning back, remembering that baby state where we were just in awe of nature, lying around, looking, feeling our body, moving constantly, feeling so good and being curious, and that in our adult wisdom. To return and drop belief systems, drop masks, and just see again who we really are. And then, the inner union of the inner masculine and feminine. Sounds very spiritual, but I know I've done myself so much training in it over the last 5 years. I was married for 11 years, and then when we separated, I just was so curious and freed up and just did several courses and trainings. And
what was one of the most powerful trainings that you took?
The most powerful and long training, I mean, I can't say the most powerful. They were all equally in their own way powerful. Yeah. I've trained most intensively in the body talk system. I'm a certified practitioner in that, and I've trained in that modality for over 12 years. Okay. So that encompasses everything. It's based on that we are connected to everything, that our body communicates inside itself and with everything. So we find out what is priority and then what needs to be linked so that we are in optimal communication in ourselves and then with our environment. And also shedding belief systems. It's based on Tantra as well, and we're merging Eastern and Western medicine, so it's scientifically based as well and proven, I would say. And I've done so many courses in that, and that has been my main tool in becoming more conscious. It's a consciousness raising modality, so the more aware we become of ourselves, the more alive we are, I feel. And then from that I've gone then into really exploring my sexuality, issues I had with boundaries and belief systems, and pelvic heart integration was a very beautiful training I did, integrating the heart and the pelvis and the masculine and the feminine inside.
Could you speak a bit more to that? Because probably a lot of people who will be watching this won't know what you mean by pelvic heart integration. I mean, I get that you're talking about the heart and the pelvis, but what is it?
It was a course that Deborah Annapol taught. She's not on this planet in her form anymore, and it was just a powerful training of embodying as well, and the sacred union of the masculine feminine. My experience from it was that I really felt that merging inside of me. Yeah. And we did breath work, and that I really feel my feminine, my masculine side, and feel them married, feel them in a sacred union.
What does that mean for you when you talk about your masculine and feminine side? What does that mean for you?
Well, my feminine side I feel as yin, as receptive, as flowing, like the clouds, like the leaves. And then my masculine energy I feel as, wow, I need to get this done, driven, the more active, the penetrating energy.
Yeah. And what happened for you when you felt that merging inside?
Just a feeling of wholeness and union. And then it happened also in my outer life. I believe very much in that my outer environment mirrors my inner. So all relationships I had before, they were based on neediness, on filling a hole. And so after that I've been feeling I'm whole, I feel whole, and then I am with another whole person, and there's a beautiful sacred union in the outer.
Yeah.
And I love to share that with others. So what I'm sharing with others in my workshops and in my individual work is based on my own experience. I'm right there with them. I have been there, I've gone through so much, and then I have solidified that with training, professional training I've done. And yeah, I'm just there with my heart, my presence. I'm very connected to nature. I love taking people for walks in nature, helping them connect.
Since we've been here interviewing, we've met a lot of couples like you're talking about, and I consider myself as one of those as well. So it seems like there's this rising up of more and more individuals who are coming into union within themselves and then with another.
Yeah.
So do you see a theme there? Is there something that you see there that's happening on a global level, or on a universal level?
Yeah, I see in myself also the wish to be more in union, whereas I'm so happy alone, but now coming into this, and I see it with a lot of friends yearning for their love or deep connection. I see lots of couples separating that haven't felt that connection because they know there is more there.
So to those who feel that yearning, that longing, which I know so well, there are so many, what would you say? To the people who feel that yearning and that longing, feel that aloneness, they feel that longing for the beloved, for that deep love, that true love, what would you say to them?
I just talked with someone at lunch about that, and I said that's for me, that's worth living for. You know, living and waiting for. Not waiting, but keep on working on yourself, activating yourself, coming into wholeness yourself, and then the relationships that are not that, and they seem to be separating and making space for that deep, deep connection. And it's in us too. That's the fascinating. I've read so much about it and experiencing it myself. There is the reading. The reading is not like experiencing it. Yeah. And I feel so passionate to share from that place and to share, to help others, assist others, inspire others.
Do you feel that you have a particular calling in your life at this time?
Yeah, I'm in it now. Yeah. I have 2 children as well. That has been a big calling. What I feel called to as well is teaching to teenagers. Yeah.
Why is that?
I see how they are growing up with not knowing about sacred sexuality, maybe having parents who are not living it, then seeing porn and magazines and being over-flooded by the advertising. Consent is a big thing. Yeah.
So do you travel the world doing this work? Or are you based here in Australia?
I'm based here in Australia, but my parents are in Germany and I travel there every year. And I combine that also with attending festivals over there and teaching seminars. My kids have just grown to an age where I'm a bit more free, so I'm really just in the process of bringing all this out. Yeah, which is exciting.
So what are your key offerings now that you're bringing? Do you have particular services or workshops?
Yeah. So I have a beautiful clinic space, or not clinic space, but space to work with people at home in the eco-village. That is really wonderful in nature, or I have 2 different rooms where I work with people in, so I do one-on-one sessions. I love working with couples as well, and then groups and movement classes. And I'm putting a series of workshops together around the re-virgination theme, and then working on the womb and the phallus and re-virginating ourselves, becoming virgins again, which means being full of love and innocent and wildly free, liberated.
So if somebody wanted to find out about your work, do you have a website?
Yes, that's Figtree Healing, figtreehealing.com. www.figtreehealing.com.
Thank you so much. Just beautiful to get a sense of you and your work and your passion.
Thank you. It's been wonderful talking to you.
So thank you so much to Tanja, and join me next time on the next Heart to Heart.